So, one of the matches I came up with, I kind of sort of did it in order, but some aren't in order. But the first match, I'm going to say I would want to see for either the Cruiserweight or the United Kingdom title, if if one person gets back, I'm going to say Tyler Bate versus Neville. Just because you can also. I guess you can also sort of replace Bate with Dunn, with Pete Dunne, but I think Neville works best as the heel, and Tyler Bate I think would be the stronger face than Pete Dunne because I've never actually seen that, so I'm gonna go with Pete Dunne versus Neville, the United Kingdom or Cruiserweight title.
Okay, I like that. Actually, I love that. My first one I put not in order either will be Jeff Hardy versus Seth Rollins. Obviously, Jeff can still go, and if there's anybody that's similar to Jeff in that regard, it will be Seth. Yeah, I know Seth slowed down a little bit because he's closer to his injury, but recently I haven't seen glimmers of the old Seth, and I do think those two bring out the best of each other, and that has been a dream match of mine for a while. So, yeah, I'm going to actually make Seth heel, though, because Seth's kind of dying as a face. Hoping the Shield reunion picks it back up for him.
Well, speaking of Jeff Hardy, my next match includes him, but it's with his brother Matt, and it's actually a match we didn't necessarily get before one team exchanged brands, and that would be the Hardys versus what they would call the Day of New. So, Hardys versus New Day.
Yeah, that works. Broken Hardys or any Hardys?
I would like to see a promo between Broken Hardy, at least Broken Matt and the New Day.
It looks like we're going to get something.
Yes.
Some sort of version of Broken Matt. My next one's for the woman. Current NXT woman and current SmackDown Live woman. It's the obvious match, Asuka versus Charlotte. It's the biggest women's match WWE has right now at their disposal. Hopefully Asuka comes in and kicks all of the SmackDown women's heads off. Mine's Becky and Charlotte and Natty, but she could kick the rest of them out. I don't care. As long as we get Asuka and Charlotte at WrestleMania, I should be happy because that's the obvious match. And Asuka's the best in WWE right now, not counting the woman in the Young Classic, and Charlotte's by far the best one on the main roster right now.
I also have a couple women's matches, but I'll say one that doesn't include Charlotte or Asuka. It's actually Ember Moon versus Sasha Banks. Sasha is probably one of the strongest competitors they have on the Raw roster, at least. Definitely on the Raw roster, at least. But if she's not number one overall, she's definitely number two.
Yeah.
And the rising Ember Moon, who is killing it in NXT. I would like to see that match personally.
That's a good one. As long as Ember goes over.
Agreed.
My next one's an NXT one. Two guys that will kick each other a lot. Aleister Black versus Hideo Itami. I do think Aleister's been one of the rare things in NXT where one of the new guys that they came in with a different kind of gimmick, but it's actually worked because we don't know much of his gimmick, but it's been clicking. And I think this heel run is going to end up doing Hideo a lot of good. And the match will be stiff as hell, and I'm a fan of the New Japan style, the Japanese style, if done right. So,
yes,
that's good.
My next match is actually more specific than other ones were. It's actually very specifically a hardcore match between someone who I think is actually pretty underrated in hardcore matches, and that is actually Jeff Hardy. He's like the extreme guy who jumps off stuff, but there was a lot of minor hardcore matches that I thought were a ton of fun that he was in. I still remember the spot where He has that broom that he tucks between his legs and flies like a witch, and then lands on the guy with the broom. And his opponent.
Don't quote me. I believe that was Matt, the guy.
Yeah. His opponent, I would actually say, is probably the best hardcore wrestler WWE has, and I'm going to go with Dean Ambrose.
Okay, that works.
But for some reason, just a normal one-on-one match with those two, I don't think will be as good as it would be for a hardcore match.
I feel like it'd be held back from both
Yes.
too, from the especially. My next one is a tag team match involving two Raw tag teams. I'm sure we'll be in sometime soon. The Revival versus Cesaro and Sheamus. The Revival's been the best team in WWE for the last year. I don't think there's been no question about that. Cesaro and Sheamus have surprisingly gelled as a tag team, and that seems to be Cesaro's specialties. As much as, how can I put this? As much as selfishly I want to see him get a singles push, I can't deny that every time he's been in the last 4 or 5 years has worked. Whether it be him and Swire Real Americans, him and Tyson, or him and Sheamus. And I do think the tag team has done a lot of good for Sheamus as well. So, next one, Revival versus Cesaro and Sheamus.
My next match is actually, it's pretty much something that I want to see just to see who gets cheered more. It's Sami Zayn versus Johnny Gargano. I think that match would be pretty cool. Maybe it happened on the independent scene. I don't know. I know I definitely would say it. So it's pretty much just to see who would be more likable in front of a smart crowd. But I also think the match would be really, really cool.
Yeah, I don't know who would be more likable. It's kind of hard to picture anyone playing the heel in that match. My next one involves the star of the Cruiserweight division, Neville, against the best wrestler in WWE, AJ Styles. I don't think I need to explain that. They're two of the best right now in the company and ring-wise. Neville's doing arguably the best work of his career. He's the reason why 205 Live might still be on the air. And AJ's AJ, for the United States Cruiserweight title, actually Neville's being treated as a Universal Champion with the way he's been booked by not losing those singles matches as champ. So that'll be one match I'd like to see.
I'm switching up from my list because the first three I thought of are pretty repetitive because it includes at least one person in all three of them. So I'm going to get one of them out of the way here and actually agree with Joe. AJ Styles versus Neville, book it.
That's what we gotta say for that. Next one I have does involve Sami Zayn. With Sami Zayn being the ultra babyface in WWE, against Pete Dunne, who's probably the best heel in WWE. The way Pete Dunne works, the way Sami works, I do think they'll clash well. Sami just comes off as too likable, and Pete Dunne, actually, the way just Pete Dunne looks, he looks like he really don't give a fuck about you. So, yeah.
Dropping the F-bomb.
And he's only 23, he's just good. And Tyler Bates only 20, by the way. So.
Well, my next match is actually another match you said earlier, Charlotte versus Asuka. It's the two biggest women in the company they have. Asuka as of this moment right now, is undefeated in NXT and has a longer streak than Goldberg. And Charlotte is billed as the queen of pay-per-view. So I think that's probably the biggest match you can have for the woman in the WWE as it stands right now.
Definitely. My next one, I forgot it did happen, WWE. But I wrote it down, and it's going to be happening again more likely in April. But I don't care, because now if I wrote it down, I remember it happened once last year in the Cruiserweight Classic. But I don't care, there wasn't no storyline there. Now there's a storyline. Ciampa versus Gargano. So, yeah, that's kind of a cop-out, because I wasn't thinking at the point where I wrote it, but yeah. Now that's more personal. I'm calling it out. It's the match of WrestleMania weekend, and you can quote me on that on the weekend of July 15th, the night of July 15th. I said that.
My next match is actually Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles. Yeah, it's. I know it happened in the East.
It was Seth's first match.
Yeah, it was one of Seth's very first matches, and AJ called him the future there. But I want to see a match where AJ has greatly improved since then, and obviously Seth has too, since it was one. Not his first. If it's not his first year, it was one of his first few years.
Yeah, it was in 2006. I do know that.
Yeah. So I want to see a match where they're actually at the top of their game and learn and have almost 10 years of experience for at least both of them.
And my last one, my last one is the obvious one. It's either happening at SummerSlam or WrestleMania. I'm assuming WrestleMania now. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. To their second match in their careers. Yeah, there's not much to say about the two of them. Yeah, they're both awesome. And obviously, a rematch from Wrestle Kingdom.
I did think of AJ and Nakamura. However, that happened at Wrestle Kingdom. I know the list was for dream matches in WWE. But I thought of a different match, since personally it's my list and I want to see it differently. I want to see AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. It's the leader of the Bullet Club versus the maker of the Bullet Club. So obviously, you can have Anderson and Gallows there as just, okay, here's the club. They're fighting each other, and have them choose in the feud who they're siding with. But I think AJ is definitely the best in the world right now, in my opinion. And Finn is a very interesting character, and it's a very interesting story to tell as well with, no, I created the Bullet Club, well guess what, I actually made it more popular.
Well,
so, AJ versus Finn.
I do like that sounds that. By the way, AJ Nakamura was my number one though. So, that's it for this week. So, you know the drill. Follow us on Twitter at PatYoung215.
At the Joe Venuto 215.
At WrestleIMB.
Please subscribe. Please hit the subscribe button. Please feel free to comment if you have any comments or things we love hearing from you guys.
And
we also have an Instagram too for the wrestling podcast. It's WrestlingIMB.
See, I didn't know that. I knew about the Instagram. I didn't know the name of the account. He runs that. And next week's schedule, real quick, looks like Monday night we'll have past Battleground predictions.
Yes.
And we'll do the Raw review Monday night.
Alright, yeah.
Because that makes more sense right now. Well, actually, every Monday night could probably be the Raw reviews for the most part. The night after. So it's easier that way.
Yes.
Tuesday, I'll do a SmackDown Live review after SmackDown 205 Live here. I'll switch up this week. Wednesday, I'll do a live NXT review. Thursday, our friend Anthony's will be over. He'll do the Battleground prediction pre-show. Maybe Friday, I'll be back with the... It won't be a 3-part podcast next week. It'll just be a news podcast because I'm going to do the reviews separately throughout the week. We'll see how that works for a change. And
yeah, we're still experimenting with this new channel.
Right. And well, it's going to be when we're together to share reviews. But since the next couple weeks are a little hazy,
yeah.
It'd be better we do the reviews tonight, the shows, and then we'll be back to normal the following Thursday in terms of together.
Yes.
After Monday night. See you then. Have a good week.
Take care.
Bye.